Well, hello, welcome to Binks Life. And I realized I hadn't made a video since June. That's when everything was just starting to come up. And everything's well, not everything, some things have come and gone. This was my herb garden and it's overgrown. And they had the lemon verbena. And right here is some chamomile that I didn't have planted before. And I've been pulling the flowers off of it. I haven't made any tea yet, but something else has been eating on it too. We've had a bunny rabbit and we have groundhog issues here. My basil there, for whatever reason, it's a little, what do they call it, a boxwood basil or something. It just didn't grow. And then here's my other basil, and it's just, I don't know. Basil usually does pretty good. It didn't do very good this year. So, and I planted some sage, which did take off. So that's all good. I had like a forest full of dill, and I thought, what am I going to do with all this? But I started fermenting, and I'm finding out that I could use a lot more dill than what I actually had growing out of control here. I've harvested quite a bit of it, and I'm kind of like being nervous now about having enough to do all the fermenting I want to do. We had lettuce growing up across through here, and it was really good. We had salads every day and stuff, and it bolted. We are in Northeast Ohio, and it's been really hot here, but I see from watching other YouTubers that it's been hot everywhere. And so we're in what it's called a moderate drought. So we've planted some more lettuce there, but I don't know if it's going to come up because it's just been really hot. Our zinnias have done really good. I mean, I love these flowers. They're just constantly blooming. They have a lot of pollinators and butterflies, and even occasional hummingbirds come and check it out. So it's just pretty. I love it. And then in here, there's just a tiny little roll of kale, and it's starting to come up, but it doesn't. Like I said, it's been really hot here, and we've had very little rain. I've tried to keep it watered. And then I planted some lettuce back in here too, and that needs weeded. Morning glories are a never-ending nightmare, so I have to get in here and pull them up. And then I've got this volunteer moonflower, and yes, everybody, I know that they are poisonous, and so is a lot of other things that are in your garden. You just don't eat everything. I just think they're pretty and they smell really good. But no, I'm not eating my moonflower. Our bean tunnel is just now taking off. I mean, we're starting to get a few beans on here, but nothing really to put together for canning or anything. And but I love this. I love the it's like a little hidden secret garden. And we got some beans here. So they're starting to come on. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, they'll be coming out, and pretty soon I'll be overwhelmed. A few morning glories. Like, whose idea was it to grow morning glories? It was my idea. I didn't realize how invasive they were, though. So it's a never-ending fight for those. Here is what's left of our broccoli. We had the worms in it really bad, like I've never seen before. They were kind of like tent worms, and they just ventilated all the leaves and stuff. And as you can see, I picked the heads, but I still got some sprouts. And so don't give up on your broccoli after you cut the main head. It continues to provide enough for a meal. And so we've been eating fresh steamed broccoli, and it's still good. This thing here, these two plants here, I got as a free seed packet from a company that told me that they were vine peach. And don't see no vines. I don't see any peaches. And to me, it looks like milkweed. So I'm just letting it go because I guess certain, like the monarchs, but it's probably gonna belch seeds all over the place. I don't know. You know, this scare going around right now with all these seeds coming from China. I don't think these came from China, but I'm not sure the person that packaged the seeds knew what they were putting in the package. Okay, well, enough of that. We did have beets, and the beets were like a 50-foot row. We've harvested most of those, and we have planted some green bush beans. We think we might have some more days left that they will come up. So they're just now starting to pop up there a little bit, and we do need to get back here and do just a little bit of weeding. Everything that you see here that's grown up is potatoes, and Mr. Binks did harvest some of them, and they were still kind of small, but you know, we enjoyed eating some fresh little potatoes, and they were good. And we still have, and they're not doing real good, but some carrots, and our carrots aren't doing as good as they've done in the past. And I don't know if it's the heat or what, but we've been looking into those. We've harvested some, but there's a lot of them are still not ready. What's been doing really good though is the peppers. Let me see, I'm not looking at the camera here. Yeah, there's some peppers there. So something's been nibbling on this tomato right here. I'm not sure what that's going on with that, but I'm going to go ahead and pick it. Kind of a weird thing, but there's still some parts of it that I can use, and that's another one. Something's got a little white thing on there. Peppers have done really good. I did go through and pick a bunch of them and had stuffed peppers. We've got some I forget what they're called. These are also, let me dig through here. There we go. That's a nice one. So we'll toss that in the basket there. We have a cluster of them down here. Man, look at that. I'm going to let that one go just a little bit longer. Yep. That's a good one. And I'll probably cut these up, freeze them. That's the nice thing about peppers, is that you can freeze them, you can dehydrate them, and you know, they're just pretty forgiving and still good no matter what you do to them. So it's always good to have a lot of pepper plants on hand. Oh man. Okay, there's that one. And then this one here, there's a good one. Yeah, so our peppers have done really good here. And let me see, I got one more plant. And I don't know if those little guys will get any bigger. That one's got some size to it. Looks good. Alright, then our tomatoes. Man, our tomatoes have done really well. These are, we planted two kinds. And I'm not sure which one's which. One of them's a Jet Star, which has become highly recommended by a lot of the people that we've been watching on YouTube. And, oh, there's a nice one. But one of the things that we've learned is that if you keep your leaves up off the ground, you reduce the chances of getting disease. And it seems to have worked, because so far I haven't seen, now there's something going on with there, but we've also had little critters in here, like I said, groundhogs, and we have squirrels, and they come and take a little bite. Ooh, there's a nice one. Ooh, that one just almost fell off in my hand. Look how nice that is. I believe this is one of the jet stars. That's going to taste really good. And let me see what else. See, our carrots are just not. They're just, everything is dry. As I said, we're in a moderate drought here, and I just keep watering. We're supposed to get rain. See, this is Friday. We're supposed to get some rain this weekend, so hopefully. This plant here is just heavy. You can see it's just loaded. And there's actually, oops, mosquito. I should have sprayed. There's one back in here. I can't see it, but I'm reaching. Oh, nice. Nice tomatoes. Very grateful. So it looks like I got a little bit of work to do. Figuring out what to do with those. And, oh, here's another nice one. I like the plant. I pick them just a little bit early. Let them ripen in the window. Some people say, no, don't do that. But around here, it's like, you better get it while it still looks good, because something might happen to it. So that's what I do. And so, as you can see, our backyard's small. We got peppers. These are hot peppers. I'm going to wait for them to turn red a little bit. I just harvested some of those the other day. I'd like to make some pepper jelly. We got horseradish. We got just very little asparagus because we didn't grow it right, but I eat it before it even makes it to the house. So this, the corn on the other side belongs to our neighbor. And so far so good with his corn, although he didn't plant it until after July. I mean, he planted it late, so it was, I didn't think it was going to be this good and this far along. So it's looking good. If the raccoons and stuff don't get into it like normally happens. So we're going to get on out of here, and we'll go around and see what's going on in the front garden. So let me turn this off a second, and we'll be right back. So this is at the side of our yard, and we've got some thornless blackberries, and they are doing good and not doing good. I mean, we've got some big berries. There's one in there. But the thing is, like I said, we're in a medium drought, and a lot of them are just hard. They got big, huge, hard seeds in it. I'm gonna eat this one. A little bit tart, but it had a little juice in it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough to do anything with here. And so far I've just been picking them as I see them and trying to keep the birds out of them. This is decorative netting that I had, but it's better than nothing. I suppose I'll be able to save some of them from the birds. Got my basket here because we're going to go out to the other garden, and it might have some cucumbers that are ready to harvest. I have gotten some. I've got them fermenting right now. I can't wait. I put them in salt brine and with dill. This is my spaghetti squash, and I'm not sure what's going on with it. I think something, groundhogs or whatever, have eaten the flowers off of it. So the only flowers that I have that are going to produce any fruit are higher up. And I gotta make sure that it's trained that it doesn't go over into my neighbor's yard. I'm not worried about much, but you know, sometimes people don't like stuff growing in their yard, so I just don't want to be a bad neighbor. So we get in here. We got some volunteer potatoes, and our cabbages. The same thing happened to our cabbages that happened to the broccoli, as the worms got into them really bad. So I don't know if we're going to have any heads to harvest without, you know, something's. Let me jump over here. You know, something's already been chewing on that. Had a nice little tasty snack there, and that's just recent. So doggone these critters. It's like a fight for survival, and I live here in the suburbs. Seems like the purple cabbage don't get bothered as much. This is our strawberries, and they did okay. It's the most that we've ever had. They fruited early, so now they're just kind of getting all weedy and gad. And these are our cherry tomatoes, which I picked a few of them the other day. I don't know if this is focused or not, but you know a tomato when you see one, right? And back in my other video, I had pepper plants. These turned out to be red chili peppers, and they're just now starting to turn red. So they came up pretty good. And the little teeny weeny cucumber vine that I grew all the way across here, none of these came out. This one was real tiny, and I wasn't sure if it was going to make it. Well, obviously it's doing well, and we've been pulling cucumbers off of it. And then we replanted the other couple plants there. That's why they're so small. But they're flowering, they're doing well. So happy about that, because we normally don't grow cucumbers. Mr. Binks doesn't care for cucumbers like in a salad, but he likes pickles. And so we're really looking forward to seeing what the ferment is, and doing some canning, some pickles. And yes, I do have some kind of fungus going on here. It just seems to be a thing, I guess, because it's so dry. I don't know what else to say. And our horseradish. This horseradish is very invasive. I mean, if you plant it and then you dig it up, and if you don't get all the roots, it's going to come back next year. If you move it from one place to another, wherever you left some of it, it's going to come up there. It's going to come up everywhere. And we don't eat that much horseradish. I really like it, but I don't eat enough of it to make a lot of it. I don't know if you can can it, or maybe, I don't know. I haven't checked into that. But we have a friend that really likes horseradish, and so we pull up some every year in the fall and we give it to him. So here's our little front yard garden. So lots happened. That was in June. I did the first video. You might want to look into that one and see how far this has come. So we've already harvested a lot of stuff and planted more stuff, and besides being in moderate drought situation, I think it's doing pretty good. So all right, see you in the next video. God bless you. Bye.